Welcome to Tech Turks again. Today I'm excited to have Deepankar of VConnect. VConnect is doing some great work in the small business space by providing access to markets. We know that small businesses have challenges that are financial, advisory, and access to markets. And VConnect has been doing some great work there, and they've been doing it for about 6 years. So let's hear a bit more from Deepankar.
Thank you, sir.
Deepankar, thank you very much. VConnect. So just give us more, throw more light as to how VConnect enables small businesses.
Sure. So VConnect is a platform that enables user to find a reliable local service business at the click of a button. Okay. So users save time, save money, and can get things done effectively. We started 6 years back. We started when SMEs didn't really have visibility online. Finding a business online was a tough job. And in the last 6 years, we have brought close to 1.5 million businesses online. We were their handholders, first steps into coming online. So we had to do a lot of education to these SMEs, tell them about the importance of being online, and that has been a great journey. So we started with a directory platform, and now we have enhanced that directory platform to provide leads, so businesses can get access to their customers, SME can get access to their customers effectively.
So tell me, so what's your typical, 1.5 million, so there's different kinds of businesses. So
totally.
Your typical person, who's the typical person that goes to VConnect, and what are they looking for? Is it accidental or is it deliberate?
So there are two ways users come to us. One is they know about VConnect and they come directly to VConnect, and the others are searching for information online and they see the VConnect link through search engine optimization and they happen. Majority of the services, majority of the searches on our platform are around the services businesses. Products are available on a lot of other platforms like the e-commerce portals and the classified portals. But for services, VConnect happens to be the largest portal where thousands, hundreds of thousands of service providers are listed. So in case you need, for example, you need a photographer or a POP service provider, where do you go? How do you get recommendations? People normally go to their friends and family, but if you require a specific skill set, it becomes a challenge. Then you just have to rely on what they have relied on before without knowing the skill set. So we take it to the level where you can get a SME with a specific skill set at the click of a button.
So so you must be, harnessing lots of data there.
Yes, sir.
So how does the site keep generating? How do you sustain credibility and trust and getting more people to see VConnect as a platform where they want to put their services or people will continue to go to?
Sure. So this is a very big challenge, and in Lagos or in Nigeria specifically, trust becomes a challenge. When you need someone to come to your house and repair something, you want to be double sure that the person is reliable. So we have a 3-step reliability matrix. The first one is we check the identity of the businesses. The second step is we have built questions around their quality, and we take ratings and reviews, referrals from their customers. And the last and the most important one is we actually have an online test given to them before they come on board. This test we have built in partnership with the trade associations in Nigeria. So since we don't know the skill set required in that particular field, the trade associations help us. We build an online test between 15 to 20 questions, which tells us whether the person is reliable and has the basic knowledge or not. This way, we are 90% sure that the business we are offering is way more reliable than the business you will get from random references.
So businesses that have come onto your platform, how have they fared? And so do you have, should I say, testimonials of customer or business that will tell you that number of customers that they have generated or increased has gone up since they came onto the platform?
Totally.
And the quality of customers.
So there are some of the customers on our platform, we call them non-traditional customers who literally have no other platform to go to. Like, I'll give you an example of a hearing aid company. They specifically work with kids for hearing aids, and they're based in Yaba area. So when they came with us around 4.5 years back, it was one-man show. Him and his wife running the business. She used to handle the admin, and he used to handle he's a professional doctor, so he used to handle that part of it. families don't realize when exactly a kid needs a hearing aid. They actually think the kid is not interested in things because they don't really feel that he is, low on hearing. So it was very difficult to convince parents that bring your kid here, let him get tested, and they didn't know what method of marketing they couldn't afford. The offline media or flyers were not working well. When they came in and when they came on VConnect platform and someone was searching for, let's say, a hearing aid for kids, they got directed to them. So it was a ready customer that we took to them. And the great feeling is, in the last 4 years, they have multiplied 3-fold. They've got 2 branches. They were 2 people then, and they are close to 12 to 15 people there. And they've got technology now. They've got basic systems and processes which help them manage their work much more effectively. And that feels good, that the SMEs can actually leap forward and become more stronger and tangible businesses.
So, 1.5 million, that's a lot. But then we also know that there are millions of businesses. First of all, there are millions of small businesses, then there are millions that are also outside the formal sector.
Yes, sir.
So, what's your vision? How are you going to get onto this platform? Secondly, is it going to be just online? What about mobile? So what are you doing in the mobile space as well? Knowing that we have millions of people in
the mobile space.
On the mobile space than we have online or web-based.
So this is a question that comes to our mind very often, that how far are we, or how much have we covered? Because some of the data points that we get is there are 16 million SMEs, including the micro SMEs from Smidan or various other places. But we tried and redefined. So the definition of SME is different for different people. So the definition of SME for us is a business that is seeking growth in the early stage. It is actually it is a business that has physical structure, that has identity. A business which is more of an umbrella and selling recharge cards, or a mobile push cart, or an Alabaro, those are not the businesses we are considering. We're looking at business which can have its own identity. That's why I said one of the verifications we have is identity verification. So either you have to have a CAC, or you need to verify that the individual who is providing the service has a degree. Maybe you're a masseuse, you could be an individual running it, but do you have a certification that qualifies you as a masseuse? So we see 4 to 5 million SMEs which qualify in this market at the moment. So we are not yet there. We're trying to add more value to these businesses, so the word of mouth, the ones we have on our platform, so the word of mouth grows and more businesses come on board. And today we get close to 7,000 to 8,000 SMEs self-registering themselves on our platform. So the base is growing, and I think we've been able to establish that trust, that people don't ask us questions, why should we register on VConnect, and what is VConnect, and other things.
So what's your revenue model? Is it from the customer side, is it from the business side, is it from ads, or a combination of all three?
So our revenue model is around the success of the SMEs. So when you come online and you post a project, let's say you need a generator repair guy, we take this requirement to various businesses and ready businesses. We have a dashboard. We take the requirement, they have to accept or reject the requirement. Those who accept the requirement and revert back to you with a quotation, those are the guys who pay us a cost per connection. And that's our revenue model, so we're growing that. But there is an opportunity that we are creating and we are excited about. With all the data points that we generate, there is a huge data opportunity that is getting created. So over 2 million users access this information. So we know who is the most popular bakery in this area. We know how many times they are connected. We know what sort of rating and reviews. We know what is their most popular cake that gets reviewed the most, and in what hour do they get the maximum number of calls. So whenever we get a call, we track that as well. So there is a lot of data point getting created, and I think in terms of enabling businesses, these data points can be used at various levels. For example, it can be used for credit rating. So it's not just about bank credit. It's more about how credible is the business. So if someone is getting 3,000 connections from users, the business is credible. Right? And those are the sort of opportunities. Similarly, if a business has 15 referrals from other businesses or B2B businesses, that means the business is going to stay.
Oh, for sure, definitely. I think, and in fact, you took the word right out of my mind. I was going to ask you, so what does the data tell you from the data that you're collecting? What does the data tell you in terms of how people are using should I say, technology? What does the data tell you on, for all, which, especially for which is what I'm interested in, is what's the percentage of female-driven business to male-driven business?
Yes.
Is it changing?
So in the service segment, this is some of the very interesting points that we have. In the service segment businesses, females are the leaders. And the businesses that are female oriented in the services have way more reviews and ratings which are above 4-star. I'm not being biased, but I'm just saying they're more customer centric. They are more receptive to what is the experience their business is offering to people, which is something very, very interesting to study and understand. And hopefully soon we will be able to publish reports on this side.
Exactly.
So people can understand more about about the industries. A lot of agencies and associations would want to study this data. We're also capturing data around price points. Yeah. So I mentioned service businesses send quotation. Yeah. So today we have like 30,000 transactions happening in the service space, but this will grow. Yeah. So when we have hundreds of thousands of transactions around services, we will be able to talk about what is the average price of a massage for a person in VI, what is the average price for POP, which these services don't really have a price point matrix. Yeah. They don't have an index. So this way we will be able to guide users, we'll be able to guide the new businesses, where to start your business, what should your price list look like, what should your margins look like, and this way the chances of failures for SMEs will go down drastically, which is, I think, which is a great value add we can make.
Just talking to you here for the last 10 minutes, I'm beginning to think of many ideas and many opportunities in that space, just because it's a technology-driven platform.
Yes, sir.
And you're collecting data that can give us insights. And like I think you took the words right out of my mouth on lending, on capacity building, etc. So do you do service to your customer base to find out what they want, how you can improve their services and all that?
Totally. Yeah. So on the business dashboard for the customers, we can have questionnaires, we can have forms. I mean, there are some companies who give suggestions that why don't you have loan forms and then pass those loan forms to banks. We're working with one of the companies for financial inclusion for SMEs who don't have bank accounts, or SMEs who want cards, or SMEs who want POS facilities. So these are different facilities which SMEs need, and there are people who are willing to provide them, but we can be the connection. Yeah. And our business dashboard gets close to 25 to 30,000 businesses logging in on a daily basis. So these are, this is an avenue where we can ask questions, we can get feedback, and so on.
So last question, but I don't want to ask you any more questions, but I don't want you to tell the public too much so that they will be after you instead of me. So I've heard about VConnect, I've seen it, but today is the first time I'm actually really understanding the value to small businesses. So how are you trying to, so what's your marketing strategy? Because you're going to get it. I mean, like, I'm sure most of the customers are in the Lagos area, and you're going to want to spread out eventually. So what's your strategy there?
So our marketing strategy is very simple. We are low on resources, we believe in word of mouth. Yeah. So if you come on the platform, you'll get reliable information, or you get reliable service providers to get your project done, you'll talk to 5 other people. And that's how we get more and more customers. We haven't done billboards and TV ads and much. We feel radio is targeted to mass media, so we do a little bit of radio, but our marketing strategy is all around word of mouth.
Deepankar, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks a lot. It's a great.
We'll continue the conversation offline.
Thank you. It's a great honor. Thank you, sir.